This light novel could change your life. Join me and find out why. Hello and welcome to That Man. That is my merchandise, and today we are talking Bottom-Tier Character Tomozaki. This tells the story of a young man who feels that he has been unfairly dealt the worst cards. Now if you like this kind of content, please leave a like, please consider subscribing, it really helps out with the channel. Now, Bottom-Tier Character Tomozaki is interesting. It doesn't focus on a character who is overpowered. It doesn't focus on a character who is, well built. Instead, it focuses on a character who is the bottom of the bottom. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story about a place near my hometown. I walk into that place and I am almost immediately overpowered by a stench. It's not a nice smell, it's not, ooh, rhubarb and custard. It's like, oh my god, I need a gas mask because I am literally suffocating. A lot of the people who go to that place, they don't make an effort. They don't wash properly, if at all. They don't use deodorant. I'm not going to lie, a lot of them are the stereotypical weeb look. And that always puts off a negative vision for a lot of people. When you think of people who don't make an effort in the communities and stuff like that, or maybe you've been to a convention and you're just walking around and all of a sudden you'll get a smell of someone who has not even tried to have a shower that morning. And it's more often than you expect sometimes. I spoke to one of those people years ago and asked, well, why? And they said, it's not my fault. I was dealt with the wrong cards in life. It's my hormones. It's my glands. This is why I don't shower in the morning. And I was just like, no, that's nothing to do with it. The reason is because you don't shower in the morning. This tells a similar story to that. A young man, he's really good at not Smash Brothers. And he's one of the best in the world, or the best in his country. And he has a rival, and that rival is one that can give him a good run for his money. He still dominates them, but eventually they say, how about meeting up? And because this is a light novel, he's just like, yeah, sure, why not? And he discovers that the rival is a beautiful, popular girl, Aoi Hinami. And as soon as she sees him, she's just like, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted that the person who beats me at this game is a person like you, Tomozaki-kun. And he immediately blames the fact that he was dealt a poor card in life. He says, I'm not attractive, I don't know how to socialise, and she's just like, learn, I'll teach you. Now, what I love about this series is that Volume 1 is essentially a self-care book. Tomozaki initially gets the goal of just talk to a girl, talk to a friend, make someone laugh, little small things. And it quickly moves on to stuff like, well, this is how you should dress. You should maybe not dress, well, like a poor person. Maybe you should get a haircut. You should maybe smile more. And all of these little things, in life, they start adding up for Tomozaki. And even by Volume 2, Tomozaki already has a goal. Tomozaki's goal is to have a girlfriend. That is the overall goal for it. And you know what? I was reading that, I was just like, oh, this is going to be a little bit harem-y. It's going to be a little bit, oh, awkward. But you know what? In 2 volumes, most of the cast are girls, but it never feels that kind of like, oh, they're all gagging for him. Because hey, how many times have we read a light novel or a manga where the person who is a socially awkward person gets all of the girls? And I'm sure I can think of a few right off the top of my head. And I'm sure you all have an idea of what that is. But no, Tomozaki-kun, that really changes things. It really goes, yeah, you're not going to get a girlfriend acting like that. Change the way you act. And once he does, he starts discovering that he is, well, starting to get a little bit more popular. One of the things I loved about this series was the direct contrast between Tomozaki-kun and the rest of the characters. Now, Tomozaki, as we mentioned, is really good at playing not Smash Brothers. In fact, he's so good he can probably train other people. In fact, he does train other people. Early parts of the light novel is Tomozaki is fighting another person in his school. He absolutely destroys them. And that person says, well, it wasn't that, it was the fact that you picked the right character and I picked the wrong character. Let's try something else. And Tomozaki beats him again and again and again and again. And every single time that man blames the character he's picked. He doesn't blame his lack of skills, he doesn't blame his lack of focus, he blames the character. And that immediately moves into Tomozaki's actual life. Tomozaki's just like, well, no, it's not the character, it's you. You're just crap, get good. And what I loved about this was the contrast between that and him seeing that and then going, oh, well, I've been dealt a bad life. I've been dealt bad cards, I'm ugly, blah blah blah, I picked the wrong character choices. And then being told, no, you are what you make. Characters in Tomozaki are interesting. Everyone has their own demons, possessed by Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Volume 3. These are little small things, these are things that they're not happy with little things for themselves. In Volume 2, Tomozaki helps Minami, or Mimimi, and she's trying to run for school president. Or school class president, because as we all know, school class president gets all the authorization. But she's going to be fighting against Aoi Hinami, the main female protagonist in this series. Aoi is exceptionally gifted. She's exceptionally good at what she does. She's exceptionally good at making friends. She can turn everything around. She's always one step further. She's always been the top of her class in everything that she does. And Minimi, or Mimimi, she's kind of always been the second best, and she's always trying to catch up. And that is something that is reflected many times in Tomozaki. Everyone is trying to catch up to someone else. And I'm sure you are. You might be trying to overtake someone at work, you might be trying to go for that new role. You might even have a little bit of a rival in reading something. Or you, for example, I find that a lot of manga tubers, they're my rivals, but we're all good friends, and that's how it works. There's a lot of heartbreaking scenes in this, and there's a lot of scenes that are really down to earth and will really hit you in the feels. You may identify with some of the characters, and that's something that I feel doesn't happen very often with these kind of light novels. I haven't really read anything kind of like Tomozaki, but I'm really glad that I did, and I'm really glad that it was worth all of the praise a lot of people have given it. Now, Tomozaki currently has 2 volumes out, both out by Yen Press, and both are absolutely worth your time. Maybe next time Bookwalker has a release, why not check it out? Because personally, I would really recommend it. It's one that you might identify with, and even not, you might find that there's something, a little bit something, that you can make yourself a little bit better in life. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think of Bottom-Tier Character Tomozaki, and I will see you next time. Thank you for coming. Thanks again for staying. Goodbye.